Hey everybody, if you're looking for some things to do in Kelowna during the winter, this video is for you. So we're going to start off and talk about hiking and snowshoeing, a very popular activity amongst loads of ages, family members, all the way up to seniors, very popular. There's a couple popular hikes for different skill levels. Easiest being Myra Canyon. It's a very flat gravel path trail. Obviously, if it's covered in snow, the gravel's underneath, but very flat. You're not going to find too many potholes in that. Very beautiful views, especially once you get past and end up being on the trestles. The view opens up and there's just spectacular scenery to the left and right. It's gorgeous. A little bit more advanced would be headed up to Knox Mountain at the top of overlooking downtown Kelowna. So the views up here, if you're adventurous and you're active enough to make it up to the top, it's not too hard of a hike, but do bring spikes, those spike things that go on the bottom of your shoes. Do wear those. They're definitely recommended. And the view from up there, I mean, you can see as far left as you want and as far right as you want, overlooking all of downtown. Then you got Lake Okanagan in the distance, and then West Kelowna on the other side with all the trees and mountains covered in snow. It's absolutely breathtaking. Number 2 is Big White Ski Resort. And I have to get a little sentimental, a little emotional. Don't worry, I'm not going to cry. But Big White for us, not really knowing what it's about, and that as a newcomer, 10, 11 years ago, we went up a couple times when it was just my fiance at the time. Or no, my girlfriend at the time, excuse me. She wasn't my fiance, oh boy. But we went up there the odd time, and as the family's growing now, we've got kids, and we're up there all the time as much as time permits, and it's just absolutely amazing. Big White is unlike any other local ski hill when comparing to the Lower Mainland. That'd be Hemlock, Seymour, Grouse, Cypress, all of them. It just doesn't even come close to what they offer, not just for skiable terrain and snowboarding terrain, but just what they do for the family and the attractions. Obviously this year, because of COVID, it's a little different, but usually there's fantastic outdoor ice skating, horse-drawn sleigh rides that big Clydesdales take you through this really romantic trail through the mountain. It's just beautiful. Tubing, and then there's the kids park, the kids play center where you can drop the kids off, go put them in lessons for a couple hours or all day depending on what your schedule is, and then go back and pick them up, and they give you a little rundown of lessons. And what's really cool, we just had last weekend, yesterday my son was up there doing lessons, and they put a GPS band on your arm or your leg of the child, and you can see where they went and the runs they went on and where they actually went skiing. So it's really cool to look back over if you're wanting to see how many runs they got in or where they explored on the mountain. It's very, very neat. And the last thing, the New Year's celebration up at Big White is like a must-attend event. They have 2 sets of fireworks, which for the younger kids, they do 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So they do 9 p.m. and then 12 o'clock for the adults. But the 9 o'clock one's really nice because the kids can still get to bed at a decent hour and not be super awake for the next year. So that's always really nice. But great skiing, great snowboarding, and just a great all-around family fun mountain at Big White Ski Resort. Number 3 is wine tours. Let's talk about wine. If it's cold out, they say alcohol warms the body. Well, there you go. So lots of wine tours. All 3, Kelowna, West Kelowna, and Lake Country offer year-round wine tours. Not everybody offers it, so it's always best to check and make sure, Google search and call to confirm, especially now through COVID. If they are doing wine tours through the wintertime, I'm not sure if they are. But yeah, very popular, and lots of great, wine tasting and, bundling up extra warm inside the wineries and touring through them. So lots of fun stuff there. And what's really popular in the wintertime is to try the ice wine. Believe it or not, they actually make the wine at night. In the middle of the night, they pick the grapes, and they're still frozen. They're frozen solid, and they make the ice wine from the frozen. It apparently preserves the sugars, which is wild. I don't know how that does. And as my 3-year-old daughter would say, that would be chili. So number 4 is right in the heart of downtown Kelowna, along the water, overlooking the yachts and boats that are all moored there for the wintertime. And right kitty corner to Yacht Club is Stewart Park, outdoor ice rink. And the city introduced this a couple years ago, and it is a family favorite of ours. And I mean, loads of families, loads of young couples going on their dates are there as well. But just a really great atmosphere. You can head down. There's a couple local coffee shops in the area that serve delicious hot chocolate, and there's actually a waffle guy that is there selling waffles, these really delicious waffles. And it's a lot of fun for the whole family. So they do, typically, not COVID year, but typically there's like outdoor skating. They play Christmas tunes. All the Christmas trees are lit up. It's really, really fun. So definitely something for you to check. And if you're into the outdoorsy stuff, Kelowna and the surrounding central Okanagan area just offers so much in terms of, whether it be Nordic skiing. We have over 250 kilometers of trails for you to explore. Tons of, off-country, back-country roads for you to drive and snowmobile safely with friends, of course, with GPS. But just so much outdoor activities. You don't really have to go far or spend a lot of money in the Okanagan year-round, but especially in winter, to be surrounded by absolute beauty. One of our favorite things to do is to hop in the car and just drive the highway from Kelowna. Well, we live in West Kelowna, so we go from West Kelowna, but for you guys, Kelowna or wherever you're staying, and drive along Highway 97 and head south and go down towards Penticton. And that bench, you overlook the lake, the mountains, and then as you get into Penticton, Naramata on the other side, and it's just an absolute beautiful scenic drive. So definitely must recommend. And hopefully you enjoy these wintertime activities in Kelowna, and hopefully they help you plan a trip or plan a vacation. I know COVID's kind of played a little difficulty in doing these fun things, but we'll be back to normal in no time, and hopefully you can enjoy these things. Have a great day, everyone.